It's Thursday, June the 16th, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. I have an update.
From, or about?
The man who pees with his legs very spread.
Oh my God. He's going even wider?
Got him again. But so I've run into him actually a couple times now.
Okay.
And if he's in the bathroom by himself or in the washroom by himself, whatever, he'll do it. But if he comes in with you,
he won't do it.
He won't do it.
Interesting.
So,
but if someone comes in, he won't adjust.
No, like if he's midstream, he's not going to adjust.
Interesting.
And I found out he is new to the company. And
he will be fired very, very quickly.
No, but one of my coworkers was there too, and he's like, "What was that about, Vince?" So I'm like, I have no clue. No clue. It was just funny. It was funny. But yeah. Anyways, that was just a small little update on last week's peeing story.
At least he's consistent. But, he needs the confidence to do it when people are there.
Why?
Huh? Just live your truest life,
Right. No.
Absolutely not. Never.
This week was another heavy week for video game news.
It was. We had the Xbox event.
Yeah.
We had the Capcom Showcase.
Yeah.
We had some Final Fantasy stuff today.
It was the Final Fantasy VII anniversary event.
Yes. There was a Dragon's Dogma event.
Well, I think, first of all, I think that's all part of Capcom's week-long showcase of games. And we had the Overwatch reveal. Overwatch 2, a full reveal.
Nah, who cares?
Everyone cares. I think, let's be real, next week is probably going to be a Nintendo Direct.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think I have it on good authority that next week is going to be a Nintendo
You know what guy?
Direct.
Your uncle works at Nintendo and he told you?
Listen, man, when you got those hookups.
Yeah, there's some rumors too that Sony's going to announce some hardware stuff at the end of the month as well. So, new controller, like a pro controller. So we'll see about that.
You think so?
That's what the rumors are saying.
I want to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
If anything, if it's hardware related, my money's on VR2 release date and price.
I could see that. They did have that direct really focusing on the VR2. So.
I mean, I guess technically they should have a pro controller considering the Xbox has the well, they have the second gen of the
Elite 2.
Right? Yeah.
So they're thinking about a pro controller and apparently there's going to be no system announcement, so no PS5 Pro announcement. That's the rumor.
It's too soon for that.
Are you sure?
No one can buy a PS5. There's no way they would announce a Pro.
What if you couldn't also buy a PS5 Pro?
Like no one can. The console's not even 2 years old yet. There's no way.
Okay.
A Pro will come in year 3. A Pro will come in with one of the games that was announced this week.
I can see that.
So that you could play it at its best ever edition.
I'd believe it. 120 frames.
Yeah, for sure. So let's just kick it off because we got a lot of stuff to get through.
We got a lot of games. I cut down the games lists somewhat just because.
Why? You love games.
I do love games, but Xbox, they were playing fast and loose, baby, this conference.
What do you mean?
They were like, all right, these are the games that are coming with, in the next year.
Yeah.
Right? 365 days.
Okay.
And 3/4 of the conference was just 2013 no date, or 2023 no date.
They didn't lie.
And I was just like, I guess they technically didn't lie.
I mean, Sony does the same thing. What are you talking about?
I know. But I don't know. This one, it was just, there's so many 2023 titles that I was just like, all right, I can't care about these until we get closer to them then. So I just kind of kept the ones that are kind of like the big hitters, and a lot of the smaller ones, I guess we'll talk about later at some other time.
Big hitters. Okay.
What are you talking about? Redfall.
That's not what I'm talking about. Okay.
So some big hitters and maybe a couple just for me. For me.
Because I'm looking here, I'm like, one of them's not even a game.
What are you talking about? One of them is a game.
One of them's not even a game.
These are all games. That's actually, it's part of the game. It's the meta commentary on games. So first up was Redfall.
Yeah.
This is the team vampire shooter that takes place in Redfall. Was it Massachusetts? Mississippi?
Sure. Yeah.
One of those American places. And it's the squad shooter with vampires and the phone booth that makes you go up.
Yes.
I don't know about this one.
Why?
I don't know. I'm still kind of feeling lukewarm on it. There's nothing really. I think aesthetically it looks pretty cool. And
I think aesthetically it's actually the most boring thing about it.
I don't know. I like the style. It's got a lot going for it, but I don't know.
I can't believe you think this game looks boring. Because you like games like Vermintide. There's another game that's basically the same.
Dude, that game's sick.
Like, that game looks way more shallow than Redfall.
Yeah,
Redfall looks like it actually has depth to it. Like, it has a reason to go back and play. It has it looks more than just like easy binary like dopamine hit.
Yeah, but what if I just want that out of those types of games?
What are you talking about? You love skill trees.
Okay, it depends on the game.
Come on, this game looks pretty cool.
It looks okay. It looks fine. There's nothing about it so far that has hooked me.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of vampires. I don't really care about the horror setting, and this game is not for me.
Also, like, I think they amp up the horror a little too much for what the game seems to be. Right at the beginning, they make it ultra spoopy, and it's just like, okay, but also here's all these wicked wild powers where you can like petrify people.
I mean, that's like, it feels like the same vibe as like a BioShock. Like, it's
I don't agree with that.
I think so.
I don't agree
like
with that.
BioShock's trailers looked kind of creepy. When you played the game, it wasn't really that creepy.
After you got like ultra powerful, yeah.
Hence Redfall.
But at the beginning of BioShock games, they usually keep that whole tone.
I don't know. I feel like Redfall's more or less in that zone.
Maybe it'll be the same. We'll see. But 2023, console, PC, cloud. I think is coming out for PS4 as well, or PlayStation as well.
Nope.
Is it not? I forget one of these games. So the whole conference they just mentioned. Obviously, why would you mention the competitor? You just say coming to Xbox, coming to cloud, coming to PC. You don't mention other consoles. But I think there was a couple that are coming to multiple consoles. I just forget which ones.
There's a couple, but I'll tell you, Redfall's not.
Is it not?
Because anything under Bethesda is not.
I keep forgetting this is owned by Bethesda.
Yeah.
God damn. After that, we got Silk Song, the Hollow Knight.
So yeah,
new game
I thought this
expansion.
game was out already.
No.
And I thought this was just gonna be like, oh, it's coming to Xbox.
No. It's also still doesn't have a release date.
I thought it said 2033.
Nope. Zero.
Oh.
Nothing. It showed nothing.
Oh.
They just have a game, and it still exists.
Man, Hollow Knight feels like ages ago now.
It has been. It has been ages ago.
Wow. I mean, the game looks wicked though. I can't deny that. It reminds me of like classic what is it, 16-bit era
Metroidvania.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
So the movement in that game is crazy. Like they took some of the more crazy movement aspects from Hollow Knight and just like cranked it. And that looks awesome. Yeah. And yeah, it was forever ago. Hollow Knight came out in 2017.
Wow.
So
okay.
There you go. So yeah, Silk Song, no date. High on Life.
What is this?
This is a game made by the Rick and Morty people. They made like Grover Goes to the Universe, like that team, like that VR PlayStation game. This was the game where it was a first-person shooter and all the guns talk to you. Do you remember this at all?
We didn't watch this today, did we?
No.
Okay, then I have no idea.
I don't know. I've always been interested in those games, but like the Grover stuff has all been on VR, and I haven't really got it. I think there was another game made by the same team, and I just didn't really get a chance to play it. But this game I thought seemed really interesting. They're taking like the Rick and Morty sci-fi like dimension hopping aspect of it and just applying it to gameplay.
Yeah.
It's Google High on Life, and it's a bunch of like motivational.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, everything looks really creepy and weird, and it
doesn't look that creepy.
It's not like horror creepy, but like there are certain.
It's the most colorful shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. When I'm saying more like, okay, maybe what am I trying to say? Like unsettling or weird. It's like I don't know. Everything's alive and it talks to you when it shouldn't, and it's just really out there.
So I get it because you're high. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
All right.
But we'll see more when it comes out.
Sure.
A Plague Tale Requiem. You seem to really want to play this one.
Or I want to play the first one.
The first one.
Yeah. I don't know.
They do have a 2022 release date of no specific date. But yeah, I have no idea if that first game is any good. And I actually forgot the first one came out. I heard it was actually really good.
Like I read some reviews because I remember I wanted to try it because I feel like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I heard it was actually pretty good for a single player, I don't know, action stealth game.
Okay.
So I don't know.
This one looks crazy. They're putting a lot of like marketing effort behind it, so it must have something going for it. I don't think they'd put this much advertisement on it.
I mean, it was free on PlayStation Plus.
True.
And I think I want to say there was like a PS5 upgrade to it as well. So I'll check it out one day. Okay. We'll see. 2022, really? That's this year?
Yeah, it's this year. Just they don't say when. It's just
Okay.
this year is the aim.
Okay.
After that, we have Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, so this is technically 8, but I guess they've dropped the number.
Yeah, it's too much. They're getting to Final Fantasy territory.
Yeah,
I don't want to
okay.
go with that.
Okay.
So it's not Horizon. It is their sim version.
Yep.
They showed off all kinds of like real world traced geometry, and the roads look sick. They rehauled their whole driving system. They have tire wear. So the thing I want to ask you is that do you think that this game has the possibility of either A, getting you off of racing sims like iRacing, or B, making you stop play Gran Turismo?
Will it get me to stop playing Gran Turismo? Yeah, easily. Yeah. Because it's on PC,
Fair enough.
so I can use every aspect.
Your
of
whole
my
rig.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that's easy. I think. So they showed a lot of things that I suppose would appeal to, I guess, casual video game enthusiasts, or not casual video game enthusiasts, casual racing game enthusiasts, I would say.
Dynamic.
Right? Yeah,
weather.
because the game looks great, especially the environments. Dynamic time of day and weather, that's cool. Damage models there, so that's neat. But they say they're like, we implemented tire wear and fuel loads, so that's weight. But they didn't actually show you handling physics and dynamics, and that's more about what I wanted to see.
Dude, what are you talking about? They showed the cars going around, and then they said they changed the handling.
Yeah,
That's showing it. What are you talking about?
I don't know what exactly they changed. Like, I want to know what exactly they're focusing on here, like, because that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I mean, it's Forza. I can't not be excited for it. I mean, it's the Gran Turismo rival, so
I like that they came out and kind of just showed you like almost what the maximum amount of damage is right out the gate, because they have that scene where those cars ram that wall.
Yeah,
And it's not like burnout levels. Like there's no like pieces of your car flying off and stuff, but it's still more than Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I think the thing that'll make or break this game is how they set up online racing in leagues. If they do it like how current like iRacing or all these like smaller independent leagues set it up, then I feel like the future here could be great. But they have nothing. The other thing is that looks like it's going to be releasing around the same time the rumored Gran Turismo PC release is coming.
Okay.
So I don't know. If Gran Turismo gets on the PC, I think this game's dead.
Ooh, interesting take.
Just because Gran Turismo has a bigger, let's face it, has a bigger following. Like it has greater cultural significance.
When was the last motorsport Forza?
7? It was on the series.
So it was this generation.
No, not series. Sorry, it was on the 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the 1. Yeah.
Because I feel like I see a lot more Horizon games than I do just like motorsport games. They really leaned into the arcade racer.
There was 2 Horizons, because it went 7, Horizon 4, and then last year was Horizon 5.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since motorsport, but I mean, it makes sense. I think Dan Greenwald even said that their team was a little bit fatigued, and that at the moment, like all the enthusiasm was around Horizon, and like especially with how well 4 did, they really want to pump out 5 to, I don't know.
Is the same team making Horizon that's making motorsport?
No, but it's like I think it was something like Playground Games, who does Horizon. They were on the track record anyway, and I guess they wanted to go back with Motorsport 8 and take their time.
Okay.
And so they pushed up Horizon. That's why
they got shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
And after that, another one of your games is...
It's probably my only game here.
Dude, we'll get to your game.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Overwatch 2.
Yes.
Early access October 4th.
Yes.
There was also a Overwatch like event beyond this. So why don't you just tell me all about it?
So Overwatch 2, comes out October 4th. Big changes is that it's free to play. Absolutely free to play. So it's going to follow basically the same model as every other
Apex, Fortnite, PUBG,
competitive shooter, right?
Get a battle pass.
It's like there's no more loot boxes. It's a battle pass, and it's seasonal content. Not that Overwatch didn't have seasonal content.
It was just in loot box form.
Yeah, so like but what I mean by that is they had seasons in their competitive mode, right? Like they had season 1 and that was, I think, every 2 months it was a season. And then their events were linked to real world cultural events.
Winter, summer, culture, New Year's, Christmas.
Yeah, but now they're just going straight with like a holistic seasonal approach. You'll get a battle pass for the season, and I'm assuming the season will be like, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months.
I don't know if that's long or short for a battle pass. I kind of forget how long like Apex battle passes are.
I want to say Apex is about 3 months.
Okay.
But then the Halo one's like 6.
Hell yeah.
Right? And then I don't know what the Valorant one is.
I have no idea.
But anyways, what they said is like they'll do a season. I'm gonna just don't quote me on this, but I think the season here is 2 months.
Okay.
Because that's what the competitive season was like in Overwatch 1. And what they're saying is every second season is a new character or a new hero. In between that is a new map.
That's
super
a lot
aggressive
of content.
So now that I think about it, maybe the battle pass season is actually longer than 2 months.
Yeah.
It's probably like 3 or 4. Now that I think about it.
Like a champion every 4 months at that point?
Yeah, so like I think their big goal here is like they don't want to let the game stagnate. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think they've learned their lessons from 1, which is great. I mean, this is free to play. Don't get me wrong, I'll still find many ways to spend a lot of money.
How many battle pass levels can you buy?
Watch me. Think I'm gonna earn that? No way.
No, absolutely. Credit card money.
Yeah. There is a beta. It's coming again, or this is the second PvP beta coming June 23rd. Sign-ups start today.
Mm-hmm.
The important thing about this beta is that previously it was PC only. This one is all platforms, and the big highlight here is cross-platform play. So that's what they're going for with this beta.
Mm-hmm.
Sign up on their website, pick a platform you want, and hopefully you get in.
Nice.
Lastly is they announced I'll say this. The reason it says early access October 4th is because it's just the PvP launching.
Yes.
The PvE is coming as free content the following year.
Okay. They already announced, and we've already covered the fact that they're going to delay that, and they just want to get Overwatch 2 out already.
Which is fine for me. I think people just want to play the game, right?
Yeah.
And then they announced their latest character, Junker Queen.
Yep.
She got
Angry New Zealand lady, Australian lady.
She got a axe and a gun and a magnetic arm.
Will she be as broken as Sojourn?
We'll see. She is a tank, confirmed to be a tank.
Okay.
So
one of her skills was like she summons like 3 almost like magnetic spears type of thing, and she can like plow through people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I don't know. Can't wait to see more of her in action. It was hard to find actual content of her being played like in a competitive sense, but I don't know. We'll see what happens as that gets closer.
Yeah, they just showed like a lot of power clips. Really.
Yeah, and a lot of people talk about like her inspiration, character design, blah blah blah. So
the Outlands.
Yeah.
Okay, then the last Forza news is Forza Horizon is getting their DLC, their Hot Wheels DLC.
This looks hella cool.
It does look cool. They got the boost pads. They took the magnet strips from Trackmania, and that's coming out July 19th this year. So if you're still
July,
yeah, it's coming
okay,
quick.
I won't play it.
Uh oh,
I won't play it.
She'll be in Monster Hunter mode still.
No, because F1 comes out.
Oh my god, get out of here!
June 27th.
Damn, that sucks. This one's another one for me. I actually forgot to put the trailer on for this, but it's The Last Case of Benedict Fox. This is looking like almost like 2D, either like Metroidvania or like action game.
Yeah.
It takes place in like the 1930s or something. Oldie times. And you are a detective. You have this demon around you, which allows you to go into people's minds and their psyche. Yeah. And then you look through their memories for clues. And then it seems like the more you're in people's memories, the more bad stuff kind of happens to your own psyche. It's like a trade-off, I guess. Huh. And this comes out in spring 2023. Oh, yeah, Boston 1925. That's what it's how.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, Lovecraftian Metroidvania. Check out the trailer if you didn't see it in the event.
Okay. Is this first person?
No.
No, I see.
No. Yeah, it's Metroidvania.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Probably one of the bigger new ones now is Diablo 4.
Is this the first time we're seeing gameplay of this?
No, so gameplay has been shown before, but nothing like in the depth that they've shown here.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I feel like I know we've seen what the game looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
They showed off like some early tech stuff before, where it's just like, here's a skill and it it tears up the terrain, or like,
Yeah.
look, I used an ice skill and it made this forest freeze or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this one shows off basically the gameplay loop. Diablo 4, they announced the last class, which is Necromancer. It is open world.
Oh, is that what that trailer was about?
That trailer was about the last class.
Oh,
Yeah.
it went over my head.
So, it's open world. There's going to be like world events and stuff like that.
Yes.
There's unique and ever-changing dungeons, they say. So like you might go into an area and there'll be a dungeon, you defeat it, and then later on it can turn into a town, or it'll open up a secret secondary dungeon that goes deeper inside. They are really banking on this game going the long haul. So they are fully diving into end game content. They have like Paragon skill trees that rival that of Path of Exile.
Yep.
It was confirmed by Michael Pachter that you will not have to pay $100,000 to level up your character,
That's
like
a
in
shame.
Diablo Immortal. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, this game looks really good. But whenever I read anything on the internet about it, it seems that Diablo Immortal has really tainted people's look on Diablo right now.
Oh, because of
all the microtransactions and stuff like that. Because I think there was some video that came out and they estimated that you could, to fully max out your character in Diablo Immortal, you could either play for 10 years or spend $113,000.
I mean, but it's I guess I see the correlation, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, that's a free game, right? And like that's not the main series. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like for example, for me, if there was a mobile version of Gran Turismo that was free that caused microtransactions, I wouldn't be expecting the same kind of content from what I'm playing on the PlayStation.
Yeah. I think this whole Diablo Immortal thing wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't for them coming out at BlizzCon, announcing a brand new Diablo,
and it being
the mobile game,
True.
And then that one guy also being like, "This is an April Fool's joke, right?" Like, he kind of memed it into like, this can't really ever be good when you release it, and it's too much money to cancel. So
for Diablo 3, was that game like the only way it was to play with other people was co-op?
Yeah. Oh no, they had PvP and stuff, but it seems like this has much more fleshed out.
No, but this has like that shared world, like people just pop in and out.
I guess technically Diablo 3 had a shared world. You would like join someone's lobby.
See, that's different. If you have to actively join someone's lobby,
yeah.
That's different than people popping in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like that's the dream for Monster Hunter.
True. You're just like going around. Some guy's like, "Whoa, a Tyrannosaurus Rex."
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah. But it looks good. I think Diablo 4 looks good. I want to see.
Looks like a great game I'll never play.
Dude, you got to play some ARPGs.
I'm good.
You know what's free to play? Path of Exile.
No.
Come on.
You know what's not free to play?
What?
iRacing.
I got to keep playing that because I'm paying for it. God damn. And then the last one just for me is Cocoon. This is a new Annapurna game being published by them. And it's by the lead gameplay developer of Inside and the Limbo. So,
dude,
I've told you about my hatred, or not hatred, but dislike of those two games.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm just getting bamboozled every single time.
So like Limbo and Inside, I understood the draw.
Yeah.
This one I do not.
This Cocoon is like you play, so the gameplay made it seem like you play as a bug, and then you have these spheres. The spheres are used to get different powers and solve different puzzles, and then you jump inside another sphere to have a level within a level.
Okay. Take that concept away,
and
let's just turn it to a door to another level. Is it still as cool?
No, of course not. Like a lot of these types of games, it comes with like the presentation.
I guess. See, like, because I saw that, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I can like break down every God of War game into like XX triangle is the game, right?
No, but that actually like you have to interact with that to do something. Like this is literally just like this is the coolest PowerPoint transition I've ever seen. Like that's basically
it is pretty cool.
Like that's the draw here.
Yeah,
right?
They showed off some of the puzzles. I'm sure the actual levels will be more involved with what you do in the puzzles. Hopefully, And if it's
I
not,
have no
then I
faith.
will have been bamboozled again.
Man.
A third time, that's my fault.
What's
That's
that
on
quote?
me.
Something about repetition, same thing, insanity.
Apparently, that's not a real quote. Apparently, that was just a Fallout 3 thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Said by an insane guy.
Okay.
This might be one of the things I'm most excited for,
Yeah, this game looks cool.
which is Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's the new Team Ninja game, not to be confused with Ninja Theory, who is like Heavenly Sword. This is Team Ninja, Ninja Gaiden, Neo, the good stuff. It is it's a game taking place in the Dynasty Warriors, right? It's ancient China. They show Lu Bu. There's a lot of Chinese straight swords going on. I heard some sound effects that just sounded like Ryu jumping and grunting, and I'm like, did they reuse those? Maybe.
Probably.
Is this a hint that it's going to be not like Dark Souls Neo and it's going to be a character action game? That sounds pretty cool. That'd be pretty sweet. But they said early 2023 for this. It was just a CG trailer. I just like it when Team Ninja comes out with more stuff. And I think the most important quote out of the whole show by Phil Spencer, it's important to bring Japanese titles to the Xbox. All right? Phil Spencer 2022. They've looped back around. All right? They're coming back. They're bringing back. Listen, Jet Set Radio 3. It's coming. Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, they looped around?
So they had originally on the original Xbox brought really tried to get a Japanese hold in the Japanese market. So they brought over.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's
and then
different.
After 360 they still kind of had it, and then they just dropped that shit like a bad habit. They just gave up.
No. I think
Japanese
there's a
games,
difference
pretty
here.
much.
No, there's a difference here.
Okay.
I think back then they're like, it's important to have presence in Japan, not have their games on our console.
Okay. Interesting.
Right? Because I don't think they're like, yeah, we still got to push heavy in Japan. It's just we got to have these titles on our console.
Interesting. Okay.
I think they're two different things.
I could see them being two
Right?
different things, but I like to spin it the other way, and that Phil Spencer wants to get back in Japan, baby. Xbox is taking over.
So, but this Wulong game, do we know if it is like, is it more Ninja Gaiden or is it more Neo?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. Because I don't know. After 2 Neos, I'm kind of good.
No, I want this as Neo.
What? Just play Neo 2. It goes on sale all the time.
Does Neo 2 have Lu Bu?
It has
No, it doesn't.
Oda Nobunaga.
I don't care. I want Lu Bu.
All right, okay, true. Lubu's pretty fucking cool. All the weebs love this one. The Persona series is coming to PC and Xbox.
Got me.
So, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, which is already on the PC on Steam, and the best one, Persona 3 Portable.
Yes.
Previously only... it was only ever on the PSP. I don't think they had Sony. I don't think they had like a digital version you could play elsewhere, did they?
Nope.
Right?
It was PSP only.
And there was like the digital PSP Go version or whatever that you could download. But outside of the PSP, I don't think this is the first time it's been taken off that.
I'm happy.
That console.
I can finally beat this game.
You didn't open yours. You could have.
Yeah. I didn't need to open it.
All right.
Don't you have my Go?
I do.
You know that there's Portable on there?
Oh, is there?
There's the digital copy on there.
I may have formatted it.
Oh shit. Well, there's
to put my stuff on there.
There's a digital copy on there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so there was. Yeah, I double dipped.
Wow.
Wait, did you open the
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And now I have no reason to.
Yeah.
It's going to appreciate in value.
Okay.
So the first release is going to be Persona 5 Royal, which is coming out October 21st this year.
Yeah, okay.
Play it on PC if you want.
Yeah, that's more of a TV game.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Kojima's making a video game.
Big fucking whoop.
That's the announcement. Kojima, he's like Death Stranding 2 that can be put on the back burner.
So does Japan disown him now or what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And the thing is, I don't know if this is exclusive because Japan said, Kojima did say that he is still working with Sony, but it is still unclear whether this game is Xbox exclusive, which I'd have to imagine it is because he's using the cloud technology.
Yeah, I can't imagine that this is not Xbox PC exclusive.
But do you think Kojima's big enough to be like timed exclusive? I'm going to make this game and I can put it somewhere else.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't throw it out the window, but no.
So this might be the rumored horror game that we talked about last week.
I don't care then. There is zero shits.
Yeah, there is no other information other than that Kojima is making a video game using cloud technology.
Put Spencer in the robot.
That's the secret costume. You play as Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then the last announcement of this conference was Starfield.
This game.
This is a video game.
This is a video ass.
Todd Howard came out in his sick leather jacket, and he's like, guys, it's not Elder Scrolls, but it's in space.
Pretty much.
This game seems too good to be true.
But don't you feel like it this way with every like Bethesda open world release?
This one especially.
I mean, it has been a very long time since Fallout 4?
4?
Yeah, 4.
It has been a while.
It has. God, and considering how much, like, I always forget how much Skyrim is still relevant today.
Dude, they just re-released it on modern consoles.
I know. And then you realize, like, it takes this trailer for you to realize that Skyrim is so old.
Fallout 4 came out in 2015.
Yeah, see? So, like, by the time this comes out, it is going to be 8 years.
Do you think they've been working on this game for 8 years?
No, I think they've been working on it for 10.
Interesting, because they did make Fallout 76.
Because, like, I feel like they've been concepting it at least partially.
Probably.
You know? And then, like, they have a skeleton team running it in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they transition off of Fallout, boom, we're all hands on deck.
This game looks insane.
It does, but it also makes me feel kind of sad about how, like, I know development times are only getting longer and longer as we get more complex with video games.
Yep.
But, man, like, I don't want to be waiting 8 years for games.
Dude, you're going to have to, because they just said that Fallout 5 will not come before
Elder Scrolls. And Elder Scrolls is, like, on track to be in the next 12 years.
They estimate that the next Fallout game, Fallout 5, will come out in a decade.
Jeez, no. I mean, like, I don't care about Fallout, but the idea that, like, man,
you have to wait.
Like, lead times for video game development is just so crazy now.
AAA, Bethesda, but I think I think Bethesda's kind of in their own league.
No, they're not. Because I've grown up with Square. Okay.
True.
And there's no reason that these Final Fantasy games should be taking as long as they are.
They're too busy on the MMO, dude. You got to play the MMO content all the time.
Anyway, Starfield looks amazing.
Yeah. Make your own spaceship. You can go to every planet in the solar system. Wait, JK, LOL. You can go to every planet in the universe. There's over 1,000 planets. Some have life, some don't. So I'm going to imagine there's a lot of empty worlds just chilling.
For sure. This looks like the No Man's Sky that
No Man's Sky wanted to make.
Yeah. But clearly No Man's Sky was like, we were a team of like 2 people. So
yeah, and also we're trying to do everything procedurally with math.
Yeah. And Starfield's more like, Microsoft gave us money.
We've been sitting on solid gold beds for...
So we hired every programmer in the universe to make this universe.
We developed faster than light travel to hire alien programmers.
Like, I want to believe that, like, you know how, like, all big corporations are into, like, machine learning and AI? Yeah. I just want to believe it was all for Starfield. That's all.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they're going to retrofit that technology to spy on you.
Probably.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no, that future.
Starfield's story is actually a precursor to what is going to happen in real life.
Well, you know how, like, video games hold a lot of your data in terms of, like, your choices and whatnot, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, God, just the idea of Bethesda spying on me now.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Oh, this guy's...
You mean Microsoft is spying on me.
This guy's morally bankrupt. We should give him some stuff.
Jeez. Oh, no. And then they're going to use that data against me.
Exactly.
To feed me whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh. They're going to know when I go to Starbucks.
Your space Starbucks.
Yeah.
God damn.
Every time of day I'm having Starbucks.
He's not playing Starfield right now. And his GPS data on his Starlink app says this.
Oh, my God. They got me.
But this game looks insane.
Yeah.
It's too big that I honestly don't believe it's real.
Is this game too big to fail?
It might be. Honestly, I think all Bethesda games at this point might be too big to fail. Yeah. Actually, no, that's not true. Fallout 76. Actually, no, it caught up. They're still making expansions for that. So yeah, it is too big to fail. You're right. I take it all back. They also announced an expansion for Fallout 76 at this conference that I skipped over.
They sure did.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But that's it for what I care about at the Microsoft conference.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on to the Capcom Showcase.
Okay.
So Monster Hunter Rise has a demo out now. or Sunbreak has a demo out now.
Didn't it have a demo before?
I don't think so. I think this is the first demo.
No. Sunbreak.
Sunbreak, yes.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. No, I didn't. Okay.
So you can play Sunbreak now. Play it
Okay.
on Steam and Switch.
Okay.
Check it out. They announced some new monsters.
Some new monsters, you say?
New, some old, some favorites.
Okay.
So we got Dynamo Hermitars, baby. They're back.
Okay.
That's the best monster. All right.
Put your boner
It's
back.
over. Gore Magala is here.
Gormagala.
Gormagala is here. No Shigaru Magala. I don't know what's going on there, but
Well, because they're not going to
missed
show you
opportunity.
the end.
Is Shigaru Magala one of those monsters that are like the forbidden press monsters, like how they can never put Fatalis in any press material type of thing?
I think so, yeah. They
Okay.
can't show you that.
Maybe.
And you definitely can't show you Chaotic.
Exactly. So they'll show up. They got some variants. They got like an explosion variant of that spider thing, the Raka something from the original game.
Oh, yeah.
And they also, I thought this was absolutely bonkers. They're bringing in monsters from Monster Hunter Frontier, which was the Asia-only PC version of Monster Hunter.
But that was more... That was
made by a Chinese team.
Yeah, but their model was closer to like a Phantasy Star, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this means now that like Monster Hunter Frontier monsters are not off the table.
No, they're
and
not.
there are some wild shit in those games. Like element shifting dragons, and there's a giant snake that is the arena, and you attack the walls of the arena and stuff like that. There's some really cool concepts in there that if they take some of those ideas, because they own them,
We will
be
see.
pretty cool.
We will see.
Yeah, they showed off a bunch of new Switch skills, and they're going forward free content updates. So I think they said a month after the release of Sunbreak is going to be Lucent Nargacuga with a new area, or like the Forlorn area, which is from the older games. And the Lucent Nargacuga is the one that goes invisible. Who's kind of a bitch. And then was it fall winter 2023 were the next ones?
Yeah, but the important one is
Various monsters.
That's the one. Various monsters
in
update
fall.
in fall.
Various
Various
monsters. That's my favorite monster. When there's more than one.
Yeah, various monsters.
So this should be normally is Monster Hunter games. They get one expansion and then they ride it out for a year and then onto the new one.
Then the sequel to World.
Are you sure it's gonna be a sequel? What if it's brand new? What if it's Monster Hunter Space?
No.
Okay, all right.
Space Hunter? No.
Space Hunter.
No.
Hell yeah, that's true because there's already another game that's Space Hunter. It's called Exo Primal, dude.
Oh, no.
They showed off more gameplay. They showed off what's going on in Exo Primal. You are humans trapped by an AI to run battle simulations against modified dinosaurs as a team.
You're not wrong. Like, nothing you're saying is wrong. I mean...
This is the team shooter to look out for, dude. It looks so cool.
I don't know. Like, it looks cool.
Yeah.
The things you can do in it seem neat.
Mm-hmm.
But it also seems very... Like, it looks like a game you will tire of almost immediately.
That's fine.
No, it's
I
not
want to
fun.
get my dopamine hit.
Like, it looks
Not
like
everything has to be a
Overwatch?
multi-year
I know.
like
Damn.
commitment. Okay, I could play it for a month and be done with it. That's fine.
I don't think you're going to get a month out of this game.
I might get a month.
I think you're going to get like a weekend.
You know what? I've spent more money on less.
That's true. God damn. He says it like he's so proud.
It's true. I'm just saying facts. You know, I spit facts. That's all I do here. Yeah, you are humans that have been taken captive by an evil AI who wants to run battle simulations with dinosaurs and pit you against other teams.
Yeah.
So you're in a level that you go from like challenge to challenge and try and beat it faster than the enemy team, which then leads into a final battle where you go off like head to head against the enemy team to try and
Yes.
have supreme dominance over the dinosaurs.
I mean, sure.
You can switch classes on the fly. There's like tank, DPS, healer, support, all kinds of different stuff. You can summon and invade other people's worlds with dinosaurs, so you control the T-Rex. That's pretty sick. And yeah, this game looks fucking rad.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I like it.
Looks all right.
Capcom Fighting. Oh, sorry. Exo Primal is also going to have a closed network test that you can sign up for now. So check out the Exo Primal site. You'll need a Capcom account.
I'm out.
And then you can play Exo Primal maybe because it's
Cool.
closed. You gotta get an invite.
Cool.
Capcom Fighting Collection has a release date, June 24th. It's coming out soon.
Is this the fighting game collection that doesn't have all the best versions of the fighting games?
This is the fighting game collection that has the first ever home port of Red Earth.
And then the worst versions of Darkstalkers?
Has all the versions of Darkstalkers.
Oh, God. Why?
Has like 5 versions of Darkstalkers.
Okay.
Because they can. They had like a whole like Capcom arcade thing too, where they're bringing a whole bunch of other retro games to like this virtual arcade that you can buy.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Fair enough.
It's cool. I like fighting games. I'll probably get it.
All right.
Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary happened.
Yep.
They announced a sequel.
Yep. Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dragon's Dogma 2. It's a thing. It's real.
I'm excited. I mean,
I might go back and play Dragon's Dogma.
I mean,
and actually beat it.
You didn't beat it?
I did not.
You didn't get to the reverse tower?
So my experience with Dragon's Dogma is that I have it, and then I went to the first town, and they're like, check it out, you can summon pawns. And I'm like, this is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, you got someone overpowered.
And then some guy had a level infinity healer, and the price was free, and I ruined my own gameplay experience. So I got to go back and not do that.
Wow.
That's on me. I blame.
That game was cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It was one of the first games I remember that took advantage of, like, if you're out at night and you don't have a torch,
You're fucked.
the game literally goes black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you see like the red eyes of like goblins and shit,
Yeah.
and you're like, no.
Shit was wicked.
Yeah. I was watching my friend play a mage build.
Yeah.
That he's just summoning. He's like channeling magic for like 30 seconds and summons a tornado. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you get followers in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a cool game.
Oh, I gotta play that game.
I can't wait to see what they do with the sequel, considering because like there's a lot of things they did in that game that were very cool ideas that just weren't. You could clearly tell this is like a rough draft.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would love to know what a sequel of this looks like.
Well, now that they're making genre-pushing games like Exoprimal,
Oh my!
I'm sure
God.
that they have the ideas in the pipeline.
You know, you said it, and now you're right. Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be shit.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
no.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. You can You can go into your friends' games. You can do some wild shit. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
And then Resident Evil Village is getting its DLC,
Is
Shadows of Rose, which is coming out October 28th this year, along with the Gold Edition and the third-person mode for the original game. So Shadows of Rose, you're Ethan's daughter. She has a bunch of weird powers.
Is her name Rose?
Her name is Rose. And she goes into some like weird symbiote thing to try and get rid of her powers. And but it's all third person, no first
Why
person.
did she do that?
Because she doesn't like her powers. It makes her weird. She's not normal like the rest of the cool kids in high school.
God, is this game trying to tell me something too?
Probably. I
Fuck.
wouldn't doubt it. Trying to tell you that zombies suck.
How do we know she's just not like going through puberty?
Maybe it's a metaphor for your first menstruation cycle.
I think she's a little old for that.
I don't know. She looks like a teenager.
I mean, don't. I think girls get it just before they become teenagers.
Do they?
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're like ages 11.
Well, she's too old for that.
Yeah,
Well,
11,
I don't know.
12.
I don't know anymore.
Hmm.
I gave up that idea.
Wow.
So yeah, October 28th. And then the last one is the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 games, the new ones. There's next-gen editions that are available now.
Okay, so it's just up-res textures.
Up-res textures, looks nicer, runs faster. It's apparently on Steam. It has upped the minimum requirements of those games in terms of hardware on PC.
Makes sense.
And has broken a couple mods, and then people are mad.
People are mad that the mods that they made for this game
Are
don't work.
broken because, yeah.
Who cares, man?
Exactly.
They're mods.
Exactly. Listen, I know you have your Lady D topless mod. Nobody cares.
Jeez.
God damn.
All right.
But that's the showcase. Those are the showcases. I think a lot of cool stuff happened. I'm really pumped for fucking Monster Hunter now. That's cool. It's coming.
Yeah, it's in
soon.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks,
Is
baby.
it 2 weeks?
That's gonna be sick.
Is that game out on a Friday?
Should I take a day off for Monster Hunter?
Oh shit, it's out on a Friday.
Should I take a day off for Monster Hunter?
You're gonna take a day off?
Am I take a day off for Monster Hunter?
Aren't you working from home?
True. Time theft. That's what we're talking about, dude.
Dude, it's a Friday. Like, are you actually working on Friday?
Yeah.
Loser. Even my boss knows I don't work Friday.
Dude, I'm a financial institution. All right, we're always working, never not working.
Shut up, you're in marketing.
I'm in a financial institution.
Oh
we're
my
always
God,
working.
You're in marketing.
Advertisements never sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the showcases.
And then today, it was the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary event.
Dang.
Can you believe it? That game is 25 years old.
Yeah, I try not to think about it all the time. It keeps sneaking up on me.
Yeah, I mean, so they had, well, the biggest announcement, of course, is the sequel to Final Fantasy VII R remake.
Yeah.
And now it is Final Fantasy VII R2 Rebirth.
And he's walking around with Sephiroth. What is real? What is fake?
I mean, he did that in the original Final Fantasy VII,
Did he?
which you wouldn't know
I wouldn't know.
because you didn't beat it.
Yeah, I got out of Midgar, and then the game started to suck.
Whatever.
I'll try it again. It'll be fine.
That game is coming out winter 2023.
That's crazy. God damn.
Which is so far away that I don't even know why they announced
And
this.
also, these games are a trilogy.
Hell yeah, they did announce that. By the way, this
FYI.
there's one more after this. It might come out within the generation of the PS5.
2030.
So now we know that in 8 years there will be a compilation edition,
Probably.
and it is going to cost you a lot of money.
It'll come on the Super Ultra Blu-ray that holds all the data.
What? No, there's no Blu-ray.
Oh, there's like Blu-ray 2, Red Ray.
No, there's no physical. It's just going to be the all-in-one digital edition.
It'll be 300 terabytes.
Don't worry, by then I'll have 300 terabyte a second internet, so it'll be all right.
Okay.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
We'll be living in our tubes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't go outside because of all the pollution.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play the sequel to this game. It reminded me that I still got to play
Integrate.
Integrate.
Retrograde.
And I forgot that I just have like a $50 gift card for the PlayStation Store sitting on my PlayStation.
There you go.
So I'm probably going to pick that up and not play it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just giving him free money, dude. God damn.
You gotta support what you like, right? You know that.
True.
Huh.
That's true. I can't argue that. True facts.
They showed off a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, the
The
mobile,
mobile version?
the iOS and Android, another retelling of Final Fantasy VII.
This looks pretty good.
Honestly, this actually looks like the most interesting Final Fantasy VII remake.
Why
Still,
is Zack there? Why do all these people have a bunch of different costumes?
I don't know, but Zack has always been in Final Fantasy VII. What are you talking about?
Not in the stuff I've played.
You clearly haven't gone far enough.
Not in the stuff I've played.
Because you
dude.
play far enough into 7, you realize the back half of Crisis Core is all in 7.
Interesting.
You just play from Cloud's perspective, not Zack's.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Which leads me into the final announcement. Crisis Core is getting a...
Remake?
I mean, it's not a complete remake.
It looks better than it did on the PSP.
I mean, yeah. But I think the game is like they didn't touch it. Like the game looks more or less the same, gameplay wise.
Oh, gameplay wise, yeah.
Like you still got the slot machines. You're going around whacking people with your swords.
You have different skills.
I don't think they chose to update the voice acting unless that they did, and I'm just like, wow, it's still shit.
That sounds like original voice acting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like it sounds so stiff and just, whew. But yeah, it's nice to be able to play Crisis Core again. I don't know why. I guess it makes sense. When I was playing 7 Remake, I did think to myself like, man, I would like to play Crisis Core again. Not that it makes a difference to the game, but yeah, I mean, it's nice to go back and play this kind of stuff every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And that's the event? Was that everything there?
I think that was the event. That was everything.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I got some last couple picks, just some quick ones.
Oh, do you?
Remember me when I was bitching about how PlayStation doesn't care about their classics and they put them at 50 hertz and then they ghosted all the images and it was garbage?
Yeah.
Well, they're just like, all right, here's the 60 hertz version. They fixed it. So North America is getting 60 hertz games.
So hold on. People complained about a thing that never was an issue in North America.
Well, the thing was we were going to get 50 hertz games,
W-
and that was the problem.
Oh.
And then they tried to up-res the North American games to 60 hertz using that ghosting thing, and it fucked it up.
Okay.
So now, in North America, all the PS Classic, PS Plus games will now be 60 hertz.
Okay.
And then they also announced Resident Evil Director's Cut as a new one also coming out, like an unannounced classic.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, all right, my bad, here's 60 hertz and also another game.
Mm.
So you can go play the original Resident Evil if you want. It's a pretty cool game.
Mm.
Lollipop Chainsaw's back, apparently. Yoshimi Yatsuda, he was the CEO of Kadokawa Games. He made his own... Kadokawa Games was the publisher for Lollipop Chainsaw and Killer is Dead.
Oh, Killer is dead.
Yeah, Killer is dead.
Oh God, what a stupid game.
That was better than Lollipop Chainsaw. And Yatsuda announced that he is leaving Kadokawa last month, and he made Dragami Games, where he says that Lollipop Chainsaw will be one of the first titles they bring out.
Okay.
So it's unclear if it's going to be a remake, a remaster, a sequel. The game is literally unplayable other than on the PS3 gen of consoles, so 360 and PS3. It is nowhere for digital sale. You cannot. It is not Xbox backwards compatible. So a remake seems like the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that game sucks. So
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. James Gunn.
But you bought like multiple copies of it.
I bought one copy of it. All right, and then I played it, and I was like, damn, I really want to like this game. But it's not great.
Oh well.
James Gunn really fucked it up. Right? And then is this the last one? Oh, no, second last one is Activision Blizzard. They were in the news for all the harassment and sexual harassment and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they decided to do an internal investigation at these allegations, especially coming from IGN and Wall Street Journal, saying that Blizzard allegedly ignored different types of sexual harassment, different types of misconduct, and all this stuff. Like upper management just let it happen. They knew it was happening, but they did nothing about it.
Okay.
So Activision Blizzard has investigated themselves, and they have determined they have done no wrong.
Fair enough.
And so you can look at this one of two ways. You can either look at this as the police investigated themselves and we did nothing wrong, or you can look at it as they really, really want this fucking Microsoft deal to go through, and they actually did a legitimate internal investigation and they actually found nothing wrong. I feel like the former is more believable, but there's a lot of money on the table. So
it's 2022. I'm going to just say it's 50-50.
True. Coin flip.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, the internet comments are obviously skeptical, and
of course, yeah.
well-foundedly skeptical.
Yeah.
But hashtag Bobby Kotick did no wrong.
Well, so is it that? So the title says that they didn't ignore any harassments, as in they were received and they knew,
and they acted upon.
Yeah.
So,
but it didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Like it didn't change the culture.
In the report, they didn't actively mention the direct allegations by the Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
But they talked around it. So, like, one of the quotes is, contrary to many of the allegations, the board and its external advisors has determined that there is no evidence to suggest that Activision Blizzard's senior executives ever intentionally ignored or attempted to downplay the instance of gender harassment that occurred and were reported.
Okay.
So it is very carefully
worded. Yeah, because that, when you say it like that, I absolutely understand this headline now. Like, I believe it. Sure, fine.
Yeah.
Are there issues? Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think they're ignoring the issues in the work culture.
Yeah.
But the specific allegation of knowing and letting it happen is what they're arguing here specifically.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Like they're saying they punished people accordingly depending on their whatever internal crimes they committed and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's very interesting news story. It's very you're being a little sus right now, Activision Blizzard.
You are.
I don't know.
But at the same time, nothing you've as it is written, I guess nothing you've said is false.
False, right?
Okay.
So
the law be like that sometimes.
Take it how you will. This story keeps getting crazier, and especially with the acquisition looming over them, I can't imagine they would I guess weight their own investigation to make them look bad. Because if that comes out in some sort of audit that Microsoft would do, and that would eventually be public, that would be a nightmare, a PR nightmare.
Yes.
So
okay.
We'll see. And then the last one was the Street Fighter 6 that was announced last week. They had all of their, most of their mechanics shown.
Mechanics.
So going through this quickly, everything that you saw in the trailer, from the crazy ink attacks to the parries to the weird dash cancels, it all is 1 meter. So in this game, there are 2 meters. There is your super meter, which
Okay.
can go up to 3, and you can either do a level 1, 2, or 3 super, you have the drive gauge, which is a segmented bar of 6 blocks that is above or below your health bar.
Mm-hmm.
And every bonus action you do will deplete the drive gauge. And if you run out of drive, you enter a burnout mode where you're kind of like left in the defense, really. So
How do you build it back?
by being on the offense, by successfully attacking, by not getting hit by counterattacks.
So your attacks build both super and drive.
yes, it seems like a very offensive based game.
Okay.
So the one they have is Drive Impact. It costs 1 drive bar, and it is a powerful strike that it will absorb an attack and then perform a counterattack. So it is basically a focus attack from 4.
And this uses 1 bar.
This uses 1 drive bar.
Okay.
But this is the first for Street Fighter as far as I know, it can wall splat
Hell yeah.
like in Guilty Gear.
I like it.
And it will wall splat even if they block an attack. So you really got to watch out for that if you are cornered.
And so this is six bars, the drive?
The drive gauge is the 6 slot bars, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The drive parry consumes half a bar, and it will automatically repel an opponent's attack and give you back a little bar if you successfully parry. This is really good because you will have a slight frame advantage, but you can cancel this into something like the drive rush. So the drive rush either costs 1 bar if you rush after a drive parry, or it costs 3 if you drive rush after a normal attack. And that is basically like focus attack dash cancel.
Wow.
The second last one is overdrive. These are your EX attacks. When in the past games it took up a segment of your bar. So say I did a Hadouken with 1 fireball, with 1 punch, it's normal.
Yeah.
If I do a Hadouken with 2 punches, it's EX.
Right? Oh, that's what this is?
This is just
Overdrive?
that,
Oh,
but
okay.
it doesn't take away from your super anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then the last one is drive reversal, which is a counterattack while blocking. So after you block an attack, you can guard cancel into something to knock them back, which is very anime game.
Okay, can you use it on drive impact?
It seems like all of these drives can interact with other drive stuff your opponent does.
All right.
So if your opponent's going to drive impact you in the corner, you can drive parry it, or you can drive impact it yourself to absorb an attack.
I see.
And do whatever.
So you lost me. I'm done.
This game is so complicated for a Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
And especially with the fact that literally everything is tied, other than supers, is tied to your drive bar. And you can be very much punished for using it improperly. So if you get hit with a counterattack, that takes away part of your drive bar. If you're in overdrive, it seems like it is very hard to get your drive bar back.
It looks that way. This game does not look friendly.
It is a little bit friendly because they also announced the modern control type.
Oh, I see this. Yes, yes.
The modern control type had everybody in a fucking tizzy.
Did they bring back in like those versus titles which had like manual, easy, beginner?
It's that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
maybe I'll be playing this game.
Maybe. So this mode unlocks the ability for auto combos.
Oh, yes.
1-button special moves.
Oh my god, yes.
So if you press special move in a direction, you'll do a Hadouken or a Fireball depending on the or a Hadouken or a Shoryuken depending on the direction. And it's just a very simplified version of the game. But you do not have full access to your whole character's kit.
Fair
It
enough.
is only what the simple one allows you to do. So this is really for like people who want to play Street Fighter and don't want to learn frame data and shit like that. They just want to hang out with the bros, crack a few cold ones,
No, I get it.
punch dudes in the face.
This is for me.
And that's totally fine.
Because I can't wait to just smack you guys around in automatic mode.
Because I was watching a Sage video about this, and he got it right on the nose. If you lose to somebody who's playing in modern control style, you just suck.
You fucking suck.
You fucking suck. And maybe you should use modern control style. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to use modern controls. I'm gonna get a what is that? What that box called?
Oh, the
Hitbox?
the cheat box.
Yeah, man.
God
and
damn.
just use modern controls.
God damn. So this game, they really heard people being like, Street Fighter 5's too simple. It's too offensive based. Blah blah blah. It's like, here's every mechanic from the past 3 games.
This is the final Street Fighter.
Is it? Are you sure?
This is the last Street Fighter.
I think this looks awesome. This looks really cool, and I'm much more excited for this in the pre-release portion than I was for Street Fighter 5 for sure. This looks so cool. I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Good, because we got a question to chew on.
Nice.
I hope you're ready. Paul writes in, what is something that you have accomplished / that you own / that you are very proud of?
Oh, there's a little copy paste.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that you're very proud of, but many people do not know. Everything is on the table here. Do you make incredible scrambled eggs? Do you have a professional certificate or advanced degree? Are you shockingly good at a specific sport? Are you great at public speaking? Do you own the entire CD library, including imports of a specific band? Can you tell different cars apart based on their headlights alone? This is your chance to flex on anything.
I have like 2 dishes I can cook.
Oh.
And one is carbonara, the Italian classic. I have been told that I make a mean carbonara.
By the Italians?
Yeah, by my dad, who doesn't.
Okay, they don't count.
He would tell me if it was shit.
No, your
100%.
family does not count.
My family.
Your family does not count.
Right. I don't know other Italians other than my family. All right.
Go meet.
Go boppity boopy. What's up?
Stop matching with the
Right.
Asians, okay?
It's a curse. I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's how my life works. But yeah, like one of my ex's roommates was like, this is the best pasta I've ever had in my life, and I was
Okay.
like, sick.
Okay.
And the other one is I can fold a mean dumpling. Apparently,
Ooh.
yes, I have.
A mean dumpling.
I've put many a friend to shame when they're like, oh, show me your dumplings, and they're like, oh, your folds are better than mine. Okay, I'm like, hell yeah, the guaylo beat kicked your ass. Get the fuck out of here. So I have those. Those are good.
I don't think I really have anything that I would like to be like, yeah, I could flex on you that way. Like, I don't know if there's anything that I would personally find. Like, if I were to tell this stuff to myself,
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be that impressed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I could buy 100K. You'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, like, that guy could buy 200. Right? Like, I don't know if I have anything like that.
No, but has there something that you maybe like you've said to other people that you didn't think was going to get a reaction, but they were like, whoa, that's impressive?
Nah, not the reaction of that's impressive. More like, whoa, you're a dork.
Nice.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can tell you chassis models of cars,
You can. It's true.
right? Like if we're driving, I could tell you, like when someone says,
Sometimes I'll be like, hey, that's a Mercedes whatever. And you'll be like, actually, no, this is the release from here,
Oh,
which
God.
is slightly different from this release where you were
Yeah.
close, but you're not on. I was like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, I can do that. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess my knowledge of cars is quite extensive, but I don't know if that's like the car community. Like, there's so many people in the world who like cars that could do the same thing. That I don't think that it's like, for me, it's like speaking another language, right?
Yeah.
It's like speaking French. You don't find that impressive when you speak to other people who speak French.
But you're getting into like a very specific contest. If you spoke French, I'd be like, wow, that's impressive. You learned French.
Yeah, but I'm not like
you're-
not like linguistics master French. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to be like you're putting yourself up to your own standard.
Absolutely. That's why this question, I'm like, I struggle to answer.
Vince's thing that he can flex on is that he can hold himself to the most impossible standard.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true.
God damn.
I defeated the question.
Yeah, I'm a surprisingly good public speaker.
Are you?
I think in college I had like wanted to like force myself to like get out of my shell. So like I started going to concerts by myself. I started talking with more people at like bars and stuff. And then whenever I had an assignment, I would volunteer to do the public speaking.
Yeah.
And I think after like all the years of doing all of that stuff, even though like I'm a very introverted person, I know at least in my last degree that I do have the chops to public speak.
That's good.
So has been actually like something I had to work on and I'm pretty proud of. So
I mean, I guess I'm an incredibly great liar.
true. You're lying about that right now.
Yeah, that's true. See,
He's not even a good liar. He lied about it.
okay. No, the only thing when people find out that they're actually like, whoa, is when they're like, you have a YouTube channel.
You had a YouTube channel.
No, it exists. It exists.
I can delete it for you.
But the most impressive thing is when they find out it makes money.
You hang around a very specific group of people.
I know, but they're like, it makes
Money?
What?
Passive income? I heard all about
Excuse
that.
me? It makes money? How much we talking? Enough that I have to report it.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's. I guess that's like the easy one. I don't know. I could list off Rolex reference numbers if you want me to.
That's lame.
Yeah, see?
Nobody
No one fucking cares about that.
Not even the people at Rolex.
I know. They're like, you fucking
Get
loser.
these guys out of my stories. I'm going to buy anything.
Oh, that's so true.
But yeah, public speaking, I got those couple dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of like the impressive stuff, yeah, I don't know. Beyond
Yeah,
that.
see, like, I really, I don't know.
This is Paul, you've learned a valuable lesson. People who make podcasts aren't that interesting.
I think the most actually, you know what is actually really impressive that people find?
That we have a podcast?
No.
People find that for me. Like when I tell like for my job, they're like, "Oh, have you been like part of a team for a long time?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I've had a podcast for like the last 11 years."
Yeah.
They're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like they find that pretty impressive.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I think people find it impressive that I have a hobby and B,
Bro,
more than one hobby.
you need to find some new people to hang around. That's insane. That's crazy.
They're like, how do you have the time?
How do you have a single hobby?
You bike? That's amazing. So did you go biking this weekend? No, I played some video games.
You have another hobby?
You play video games? What the fuck are you playing next week? I'm like, you want to join me? I'm like, I can't.
Because your games suck. I don't
I
want to play
know.
Parcheesi.
Absolutely. They're like, yeah. I don't know.
Bro, what? You know what was crazy? I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story now.
Oh, here we go. Story time.
I was talking to my cousin, the last like family hang.
Okay.
And she was like, Andy, maybe I could hook you up with one of my friends.
How old's your cousin?
Dude, she's like
40.
20.
Oh. Whoa.
And I was
Whoa.
like, do it. Hell yeah. And so she's like, well, what are you looking for in a woman? Right? And I was like, you know what? I figured out the main thing I care about is that I want a girl
With looks.
who has a hobby.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right? I've met so many people online and I've been on so many dates with girls.
Wait, so now who? I got to hang out with other people. What about you? What the hell? You
Right? Listen, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Right? I'm trying to change it. I'm actively trying to change it.
Oh, okay.
And so there's some like, I was like, oh, what do you do? Like, do you have any hobbies? And they're like, no. I'm like, are you interested in anything? They're like, I watch TV. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, are you a knitter? Like, do you like to do stuff? Like, what are you doing? And it's just absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God damn, I want to blow my brains out. And when she was like, a hobby, she had to think about it. She had to think about if her friends had hobbies.
Most people, like, amazingly, they don't.
That's crazy.
Because I think with social media, you spend so much time worrying about your image
Yeah.
and being up to date on the rest of the world that you have no time for a hobby.
Or all these people like pretend to have hobbies. Or like when I was at the Niagara Comic Con, this girl cosplayed from a Danganronpa.
She never played the game.
I just watched it on YouTube. I'm like, God damn! How are you gonna just watch Danganronpa on YouTube?
Wait, hold
just
on,
play
hold
the
on.
game.
I don't know if you can argue that though, because you love that culture.
Huh?
You love streaming.
Yeah,
culture.
but I expect them to play the game.
No.
Like when I look at streaming, I don't agree that people should consume all of their media through
Okay.
streamers. I think that it should be a gateway for you to do the thing they're doing.
I think at this point, it's either streaming or doing the content in the stream, but you can't have both.
I do both.
No,
What are you talking about?
You can't.
I know what Pokemon's up to, and I play games.
Yeah, but you're not going to keep watching her play the game that you're playing.
No, of course not.
Exactly.
I use the stream in the way that I think the stream should be, which is I see them play something. Oh wow, that's really interesting. I'm gonna try it myself.
No, because they're there for the creator, not the content.
That's just watching TV.
I think that like it hurts that that's how it is. But man, if you're big into watching streams, you're not playing anything, right? Like I know so many people who got into the VTuber thing and they just stopped playing games
because they're watching
because they're
VTubers play
watching.
games.
Yeah, like
hate
I don't
it.
want to say it breaks my heart
It does break your heart.
because like I understand, I get
No.
the appeal.
No.
But it's just you've moved on to a different hobby. Your hobby is watching someone else do
But
their
it's just
hobby.
is that a hobby or is it a variation of watching television?
I mean, yeah, it's like Big Brother. Only they can see you.
Yeah,
watching them.
like instead of you watching Survivor, you're watching the Hollow Live Anime Fest or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? Like, I don't know. I don't know if certain things count as hobbies.
They count. Watching TV is a hobby.
But I always feel like if you have a hobby,
You do not have to go fucking deep like
it doesn't
we
even
do.
have to be balls deep. Like, we're exceptions, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? But at least, like, do you have a favorite genre of show? Do you like, if you watch movies, do you have a favorite director? Like, literally surface level shit.
I think, yeah, you're right. But I think a lot of people,
I can't even get that out of certain people.
no, I think they do have a, because just ask them the type of shows they like to watch, and you'll probably figure out what it is they like.
Yeah, and they're like Big Bang Theory. You know?
Like it's they like sitcoms, right? Sometimes they just don't have the words. They can't express what it is.
They should learn how to express what it is.
Not
they like.
no.
It's a useful skill. I learned it. It's very good.
Okay, is working out a hobby?
It depends on how often you work out and how serious you are about it.
Okay.
Right? If you're watching your macros and shit, I totally think that that's a hobby because you're sculpting your own body. You're getting
I think
into it.
if you're exercising at all, I think it's a hobby.
Interesting.
Like if you're just going out walking around the block every day, I would say you like to walk.
That's okay, but that's consistency, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you probably got good trails, right? And I can get deeper than that.
I wouldn't say that.
You might know some secret spots because you're walking all the time.
You could just be walking around your block.
Dude, that's sad. That's really sad.
No, it's not.
It's kind of sad.
Some people love games like Starfield. Others just want to play Tetris.
Maybe.
Like I
But I don't know if I
don't see
this
the difference.
This goes
there.
back to like the gamer thing. It's like, are you a gamer if
Yeah,
you just play
are.
Tetris?
Yeah.
Or are you a person that plays games?
No, you're a person that plays games. You enjoy it. Like there's different levels.
Okay. All right.
I think it's okay.
I don't know.
It's
I
fine.
feel like you got to be at a certain level minimum.
But yeah, most people don't do shit with their lives.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's so nuts.
especially those who have kids, right?
That's the best time because you partake in your kids' hobbies and you learn more about that shit. Like you're
Not when they're born.
well, yeah, okay. Their hobby is puking and eating some booby milk.
Yeah.
Like maybe that could be a hobby.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know, ask the wifey for a little bit.
My God. You know, I don't know why that disgusts people. That should technically be the most normal thing in the world, right?
Well, yeah, it should be more normal
Than drinking cow's milk? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it should be.
Dude, what if there's probably a market for that?
No, because then that gets into like the whole like that's inhumane.
You can't just hook women up to these things. Like,
Yeah, like
God damn.
women are people. They're not animals. Blah blah blah.
Not this again.
You know.
But I don't know. Just have a hobby.
All right. So, anyways, that's what I'm saying. That's my flex.
Your flex is that you have a hobby.
I have more than
That's
one hobby.
crazy.
Like what a flex.
I have so many hobbies.
I know it's wrong,
Dude, your friends, they lose their mind when they met Blaven. Like, holy fuck, their heads would explode.
I know. Laven's a little different though, because it's not like he partakes in them all simultaneously.
Yeah. It's hardcore one for like
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta catch him on a good month to find.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's no cross pollination. It's like it's either I'm jujitsu 100% and nothing else.
Yeah.
Or then he's like, no, I'm Street Fighter 100%. Yeah.
No, I forgot about jujitsu.
Yeah.
I'm taking cold showers.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, thanks for the question, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for writing in.
Thanks for reminding us that we're pretty cool.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You know, I think you're pretty cool.
Well, of course you do.
Shut the fuck up, dumb bitch. Take it back.
So I'm so cool that I continue to watch Bleach this week.
How many episodes?
I wasn't as productive as last week.
I would hope not. That'd be a problem.
I only got to episode 150.
Okay, but the thing is, like, if you did keep the same proficiency,
I'd be done.
you'd be done by now.
I know. Yeah. So I'm about halfway through my run, and I'm like, okay, geez, it's not even technically summer hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
So I still got a whole 3 months to do the other
You
half.
just get it out the way.
Yeah.
Just go.
I'm at the part where Ichigo can hold the mask for 10 seconds.
Nice.
And he fights Grimjaw.
Yeah, and they're always the longest 10 seconds
Jacks.
in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
This episode is 30 minutes,
Oh,
but it's
absolutely.
10 seconds,
and
really.
so
Yeah.
this fight between Ichigo and Grimjaw is completely different in terms of how it's animated. It's animated way better than any other piece of the show.
Yep.
And it only lasts like 10 minutes.
Yep.
But it's awesome. And then Orihime gets kidnapped, and that's where the arc.
As she do.
And I think that's where the season ends. And that's where I took my break. And
She needs some bread.
she's some bread, some bean dip,
Some bean dip and bread,
and a
dude.
leek.
It's the breakfast of champions.
Yeah, I gotta try that.
Just a whole loaf.
Uncut
loaf.
Yeah, I want to go to a bakery, get one, and bring it to work for lunch.
Just start
Yeah.
eating an
What you got for
uncut
lunch
loaf.
today?
Loaf
Bread?
of bread and some bean dip. And I got this piece of broccoli I found.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, report back.
Actually, I want to get a new job and then do it like on my first day.
That'd be nice. Oh, nice to meet you, Vince. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Just eating.
Where's the lunch table? Where's the kitchen around here?
It's got a new piece of bread.
Can't wait to try.
The
it.
crust on Shabbat is the best.
That should be. I should do that like once a week. Then have like a baguette, just like the biggest
different breads.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
whole loaves.
Just a whole sourdough loaf.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Yeah, so that's Bleach. Bleach continues to be awesome. But this week was the start of 2022 Season 3 iRacing.
Okay.
New build. Back in it to win it.
What car are we using this time?
They just announced 2 new Mercedes, a GT3 and a GT4.
Okay.
GT3 is the faster one with the wings. GT4 is basically the sports car that you could buy, but adapted for a track.
But GT4's got a higher number. How's it slower?
Dude, why do you think F-Zero exists?
Dude, because it's slow. All right? It's the slowest racing game ever made.
Okay, what about Formula 1?
That's pretty fast.
It goes down.
Dude, not as fast as Formula 2.
In
though.
racing, don't you want to be one?
No.
The fastest person is one.
You want to be last.
No. The numbers don't get bigger, they get smaller. You know, the lap times, the smallest one is the fastest one.
If
right?
you're not last, you're first, Ricky Bobby.
Oh my god.
That's how it works.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I decided to roll with GT4. I picked the Mercedes, and the opening track is Montreal in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played in so long, so my rating has dropped. And I think like the first couple races, like I was learning the car. I don't know why I didn't practice. I just jumped in. Car I'd never driven on a track I haven't done in iRacing.
Hell yeah.
Want to say it went awful.
You came in first?
I didn't hit anybody, but I hit a lot of walls.
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
it was pretty bad. It got to the point where I think iRacing was like, okay, we're gonna put you in a heat of people that are significantly worse than you,
Because you're dog shit.
just so you can feel better about
Why didn't you
yourself.
practice?
I don't know, I just want to, because I got home from work. I'm like, when's the next race? I'm like, 10 minutes. I'll just sign up for that. I'll just sign. I'll see what happens.
Oh, wow.
So they put me in a race.
They
where,
felt bad for
where
you.
clearly I was like, I don't know.
You're outpaced.
No, like I was a good like 20% better than the field. Like that was basically my ranking.
Oh, okay.
Got on pole position and won.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, no, I can still do this. All right, I am better.
I just need to practice.
I am better than the losers. Okay. I just got to practice,
All right.
and then I've been hooked on that. So it's been pretty good. The only thing is, races are every 2 hours. So
Okay.
like, I can really only race, and then I can't get back to back them and just keep going.
Dude, you can just not race for a day and just spend it on the practice track. It's okay.
Or
I could threaten my LP, baby.
pretty much.
All right.
Pretty much. And so that's what I've been doing. Yeah, just that. There's some other like things they added to the build. Like they basically overhauled the whole UI, and I think they changed the basic engine, the game engine, so it runs better and smoother. But yeah, I'm having fun. It's mostly just to hold me over until Formula 1 comes out at the end of the month.
Fair enough.
And F1's in Canada this weekend, and I'm super pumped.
Nice.
Montreal. I wanted to make it down, but that's not happening.
You just went on a trip. Where are you going?
I know. I have no more money.
Exactly. Gas is like $1 million.
Well, I got that via rail opportunity.
True.
Right.
That's probably $1 million too.
No, it's only like $15
To go what?
to go to Montreal, like one way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, then accommodations is the big issue.
Just sleep on the streets, dude.
I've tried that.
You could be homeless
I'm not
for a couple days.
No, I'm not a fan.
What if you just didn't sleep?
No, because then you have to like poop, like you gotta find somewhere.
Dude,
to
24-hour McDonald's. Sleep in
No.
the stall.
No. Because like sometimes just on the street, it's not easy. Anyways, that was my week.
Ah, that was very concise.
I've really been doing nothing.
I saw Top Gun Maverick.
Did you watch the original?
No.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to tell you, you don't have to, because they tell you everything you need to know.
You don't know anything about Top Gun.
Dude, I know that they get into jets. I know that some guy dies because he cracks his head on a thing.
You need to watch the original Top Gun.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. All right. But I want to go see Top Gun Maverick. Bro, this is the
Summer movie?
greatest piece
Wow.
of American propaganda I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Holy moly.
I mean, it is the Air Force.
It is
The American Air Force.
It is insane. This movie, it is so self-aware of what it's doing, and all the actors in it are self-aware of how they're acting and what type of movie this is supposed to be, and you can't take it seriously at all, which is great. And somehow it still comes together to be this super sick, entertaining blockbuster.
Did you watch it in D-Box?
No, I watched it in
IMAX.
the
Ultra
landmark
AVX.
landmark theaters downtown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With the reclining seats, got
Okay.
comfy. This movie's like it's kind of like where I said like Fast 9. It's not good. I recommend it.
That's what this is?
Right, kind of like
That's
that.
what I heard, yeah.
It's dumb action movie. I think if I didn't know about all of the effort that went behind making this movie of like not using CG where they can, renting real fighter jets, Tom Cruise actually flying a jet and stuff like that, this movie would be way less impressive. But the fact that most of the movie is practical and all the actors are great, and they're making this like cheesy 80s action film in the year of our Lord 2022. It's a fantastic setup. I love it. It's everything you would want one of these movies to be, and it is nothing more and it is nothing less.
Yeah.
It is exactly what you sign up for.
But you didn't watch the original.
I didn't watch the original.
Dude.
Huh?
Watch the original.
I didn't get around to it. All right. I didn't get around.
Why?
to
What
it.
are you doing?
Because I've been playing cardboard games.
Oh, no.
All right.
No. Oh,
So
no.
I'm going to start off with Legends of Runeterra. I've been playing this a lot on the commute.
Oh, is that on the commute? He says you gotta work one day a week,
Dude, on the commute, you know?
It's 1 hour.
It's hard out here for a pimp. I don't have to tell you.
God,
All right.
shut up.
So I've been playing Legends of Runeterra, and I got a new deck, which uses Garen and Bard. So Bard is one of the new champions in the new set. And Bard's whole thing is that every turn, whether he is in your hand, on the field, or in your deck, you put charms into your deck every turn for as many bards as there are in your deck. And you can only have 3 as max. So every turn you get 3 charms.
How do you confirm that?
What do you mean?
Like that you have 3 bards in your deck?
That you put 3 bards in your deck.
No, but like the opposing player, how would
They can... Well, so how it works is that every turn, you'll see like a charm symbol go off.
Yeah.
And then the opponent can look at your deck and then see how many charms are in your deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And every time you draw a card, one of those charms have been put randomly on cards in your deck. And when you draw it, it'll buff some creature in your hand and give it permanent +1/+1.
Okay. This sounds like a feature that can only be done in the
digital card game,
okay.
100%.
All right.
And the other one is Garen. Very simple. He's a 6/6 for 6. I think it's 6/6 for 6. And he has regeneration, which is after he takes damage and the turn ends, he gets all his health back. And his level up is if I strike twice, I level up. And then every turn you get rally. So that means that in this game, how the game works is that everybody takes a turn. So I take a turn, and then it's your turn. And then it's my turn, it's your turn. But the only difference is that every round end, we pass an attack token. So that allows you to attack on this round.
I see.
But when you rally, you get an attack token even when it's not your turn to attack.
Oh.
So you're getting attacks or attack possibilities every round.
Yeah.
And how this deck works is that you use Demacia to buff everybody up, to give them stats, which then helps Bard level up, because when you've buffed ally units by 20 points, he levels up. And then whenever you draw a charm, it not only buffs whatever's in your hand, but also creatures on the field of yours. And it is you just outstat your opponent. You build the board, you get charms, you make them big, and you just overrun with stats. It is the most unga bunga no thinking deck
Sounds like
in the world.
Okay.
And it's awesome.
Huh.
So cool.
Cool.
It's very simple, and I've been doing pretty good. I've got out of iron finally. I'm in bronze league, baby. There is a lot to this game that is a little bit difficult to learn, just because of like the turn order and how things resolve, and I'm still not used to it. Like the whole like flow of the game, I'm still not used to. I make a lot of mistakes on like how certain triggers resolve. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to things like, so when you attack, right? Say you had the attack token, your turn passes over, I get the attack token. I don't have to develop my board. I can just instantly swing in. And there's a lot of instances where like I forgot that the opponent can do that. I thought I would have a chance to react with certain spells and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't, because they just open attack, which is to just, as soon as your round starts, attack. Don't let them build anything.
Okay.
Right? And then there's also just a lot of decks that I don't know how to play against. So like Mono Viego, who sacrifices his own creatures to do some wild shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of burn decks I'm still kind of shitty against and stuff like that. But it's been a fun learning experience.
So you're only playing PvP?
I'm also playing the PvE. That's really crazy, but it's also like not anything, I don't know,
interesting,
exciting to talk about. Okay. It's just like you get broken passives, and then your opponent has broken passives, and then you try and build a deck on your way to the final boss of whatever map you're on, more broken than your opponent, your AI opponent.
I see.
Yeah. So it's super cash.
Sounds like it.
You get like all your power-ups are like super beneficial to you. So like there's one card, Yasuo, where he levels up, and every time you stun an enemy, he does 2 damage to that stunned enemy. And when he levels up, every time you stun an enemy, he strikes it with his full power. And one of the abilities you get is every time you have an attack token, stun an enemy. Right? And it's just trying to make the most broken possible deck you can.
Yeah.
So it's super cash.
Okay.
But I'm 1 champion card away from making a new deck, which is Malphite Talia, and it has to do with landmark cards. And those are like static kind of just like placeholders that after a certain countdown they'll do something, and hopefully I'll talk more about that if I get some more free currency to buy the last champion and I can test out that deck. But so far Legends of Runeterra has been really fun. It's been super rewarding, so it continues to give me free shit at a very steady clip, so still recommend it. It's pretty good. But the main thing I did is, instead of buying a chair, I bought a new EDH deck.
Oh my god.
So I have this new commander called Riss the Redeemed. He is a 1 mana 1/1.
Colorless?
He is hybrid mana, green and white.
Okay.
So you can either pay green or you can pay white, and he only costs 1, and he's a 1/1. And what this guy does is he has 2 abilities. One is 2 colorless and either a green or a white. Tap, create a 1/1 green and white elf warrior control or creature token. Okay. And the second one is 4 mana, green or white. For each creature token you control, make a token that is a copy of that creature token.
Oh, I see.
So
I see where this goes.
Okay. It is the token doubler, baby. So from a long time ago, I had these 2 cards, Parallel Lives and Doubling Season, which are token doublers, and they are now crazy expensive. And I was like, maybe I should finally make that Riss deck. Maybe I should finally do that. So I built up this deck. I have played it against other people, and this deck is absolutely fucking bonkers. I have multiple ways to go infinite. I have destroyed 4 players worth of lands and stuff, and it is crazy. Usually how it works is that you want to get as many elves as you can on the field, as many tokens, and then use enchantments, which are just like static passives that you get. So like I said, Doubling Season. Every time you put a token, put twice as many tokens. Every time you put a counter, put twice as many counters. Right? So that's pretty busted.
You said it was 4 mana, double your whatever?
Yeah.
Is it double your elves or double your
creature tokens. Any token.
Oh, I see why this is dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have other cards that create tokens, or other cards that add 1 green mana for each elf you control including tokens,
Oh.
right? And you can kind of go bonkers. So one of the craziest combos that I think I have is this one card called Tooth and Nail, right? It is 5 colorless, green, green. Choose one.
7 mana?
7 mana card. And you get to choose, it's a sorcery, so you have to use it on your turn. And you can choose one of these 2 effects. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, or and then shuffle your library, or put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. The craziest thing about this card is that you can pay an additional cost to entwine and do both.
Okay.
So I get these 2 cards. One is Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite, where she has a 4/7 vigilance. Other creatures you control get +2/+2. Other creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. And then I get another card called Kamal, Fist of Croja. He is a 4/3, but he has an ability that is 1 green mana. Target land becomes a 1/1 creature. It is still a land.
Wait, what? Target land becomes 1/1 creature, but it's still a land?
Yes.
So you can't attack it.
So you can block. They can attack with it. I could make my land a 1/1 and attack with it if I want. But the main thing here is remember that Elish Norn makes all other creatures -2/-2.
Yeah.
And if your creature is statically, even with indestructible, if it is statically 0 toughness or less, it instantly dies.
Oh.
So I got infinite green mana and made everyone else's lands 1/1 creatures,
And then
which instantly died.
Yeah.
It is extremely mean.
It is.
There's another card I have. It's an artifact called Halo Fountain. And this card, where'd it go? Halo Fountain. It's got 3 different skills. It's 2 mana, 2 colorless and 1 white. And it's got a bunch of different ones. So you like 1 white mana, untap a tapped creature you control, create a 1/1 citizen token.
Okay.
Right. The other one's 2 white, untap 2 tapped creatures you control, draw a card. But the last one, baby, mwah, beautiful. It is 5 white mana, tap, untap 15 tapped creatures you control, you win the game.
Damn. And because you have all your tokens?
Because I have all my tokens, I just make a fuck ton of dudes. And then you can pay with those tokens if you have an enchantment called Cryptolith Rite, which is creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color.
Wow. Okay.
This deck it's too powerful. I feel bad running it. It's so crazy how fast you can get mana with these elves. It is insane. And even if I don't want to win by destroying everybody's lands, I have so there's one doubling season, so the counters, right? Where if you were to put a counter on something, you double the amount of counters.
Yeah.
You remember Planeswalkers?
Yeah.
How they have loyalty counters?
Yeah.
There's some where this one, Elspeth Knights Errant, she comes in with 4 loyalty counters.
So
With doubling season there,
yeah,
it's 8. Her ultimate is 8 loyalty counters.
Yeah, so you can just use it immediately.
Yeah, and her ultimate is all permanents you control gain indestructible for the rest of the game.
You're just untouchable then.
You're just
Okay, all right.
This deck is absolutely bonkers.
Wait, you have the Planeswalker in that deck?
I have 4 Planeswalkers in this deck
Okay.
that all do something insane.
Okay.
None of my commander decks have ever been this powerful. I've always just been memeing it up with either Mael and big creatures or Bruna and just trying to make the biggest angel I possibly can, and playing something that is like, this isn't even like the best version of this deck.
Yeah.
Right. And it's still like, oh my God, no wonder this format's fucking stupid.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I think the craziest card I got, which I didn't realize was crazy until I played it, was Growing Rights of Itlamok. It's 2 colorless and 1 green. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You can reveal a creature card, put it into your hand. No big deal. But the thing is that if you have 4 creatures on the battlefield or more at the end of your turn, you flip it, and it turns into a legendary land. The land has tap, add 1 green mana to your mana pool. The other effect is add 1 green mana to your mana pool for each creature you control. It turns into a card that was way back in the day called Gaia's Cradle, which is the land that does exactly the same thing. That card is $1,200 now.
Wow.
It's an enchantment that turns into a Gaia's Cradle.
That's crazy.
And that card is like single-handedly won me games.
Wow. Okay.
So
Well, that sounds like a fun time.
it's fun for me.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's not really fun for everyone else when I blow up all their lands.
Yeah, they're like, don't play anymore.
Yeah, I switch decks. The place I play, there's some guys with like some pretty brutal decks, but there's like some house rules. So one is like no infinite combos, right?
So then that rules your entire deck out.
Even without infinite combos, I'm still getting enough mana to do some wild shit.
Oh, okay.
Right. So when I play against my other friends, they're like infinite combos, no problem, and then I'll pop off. But when I play at the store, they're like no infinite combos, and I still fucking pop off, but like not infinitely pop off.
Okay.
But also they're kind of like very anti-land destruction
Well,
because people don't like it when their lands get blown up because they can't do stuff. But in certain cases,
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Like, that's the name of the game, though.
true, right?
Like, that's why you play Commander. Like, you have to
You want to do something stupid.
you
Yeah.
have to expect that you're gonna get that kind of shit in return.
Yeah, like one of the cards I have in my Bruna deck, which is the crazy Make an Angel Very Big deck, is a Cataclysm. Each player selects a creature, an enchantment, and a land they control. Sacrifice the rest. So I pick Bruna. I sacrifice everything else, and then when I swing with Bruna, she gets all of her auras back, and then they have to start from turn 2. Well, I have a fully kitted out creature that's like untouchable, and I can't take damage and some wild bullshit. So
Okay.
some people, I don't know. It's one of those things where like I have mentioned before that I feel like my friend group is less casual than we think we are, but also like I now understand people who are like, if you let a game get to like turn 10 in a Commander game, it should be over by now.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you're durdling for like 2 hours waiting for something to happen.
I see.
Yeah. And it's weird. I forgot how much like politicking happens in EDH in like group matches. Like I run certain board wipes where like destroy all creatures, like those type of things. And it's like my whole deck is about waiting for Bruna. I don't want you to come at me with 20 creatures. I'm going to blow it up. But like people get so fucking butthurt about a card that they also run, but when it's like ran against them, they just don't like it.
That's just board games in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like I know you also have a Wrath of God in your deck. Don't look at me like that.
You don't know that.
So yeah, I'm kind of like power tripping on this new deck.
Wow. Bullying is what I'd like to call it.
It's not bullying.
Yes, it is.
You can buy the cards too.
Oh, wow. We're going to throw our weight around now, huh? Because some of us are a bit more privileged and can afford these nice, fancy cards.
Exactly. All right.
Wow.
Should a man be judged for the work of his brow, the sweat of his brow? All right.
Damn, I didn't realize we were going to go there.
God damn.
Fucking, like,
all
I'm
right.
going to crush you with
Is
my wallet.
Yeah, is a man not entitled to the sweat of his own brow?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
When it comes to Magic cards.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in this deck, and I'm having a good time.
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm having a pretty good time.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Hopefully I'll come back with some other. Oh, this is a fucking stupid card. I didn't know this card existed. They reprinted it. Natural Order. It is 2 colorless, 2 green. Sacrifice a green creature. Look in your deck for a green creature. Put it onto the battlefield.
Okay.
I can sacrifice a token. They're greens.
Yeah. And you just put in a real monster?
And I can put in something extra mean, like Vorinclex, where all of your lands tap for double mana, and all of your opponent's lands don't untap until 2 turns later.
Oh my god. That is mean.
Right? For like, I sacrifice a 1/1 elf token, and I get some. Magic's dumb, and I love it.
Magic's not dumb.
This format's stupid.
Yeah, the format's dumb.
Yeah, this format's
regular, like limited. It's fine. It's fine.
True.
Right? Everyone plays within a certain set of rules.
They only have a certain subset of cards you can use.
Exactly. Then you have to use your ingenuity at this point.
Yeah. But then Commander's like, what if we let you have almost all the cards?
Yeah.
But you only have one.
Yeah, you're limited by your bank account at this point.
Listen, all right? I decided to treat myself.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Decided to treat myself.
Wow.
According to tappedout.com, this deck is 71% competitive. Whereas my next highest one is Bruno at 50.
Wow.
So
that bad, eh?
Yeah. It's I now have a sweaty deck that I can play against Sweat Lords.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I don't like it.
Well, we should all play. I'll let you play the sweaty one.
I
I got 3 decks now. We can do it.
I'm okay.
It'll be fine.
I'm okay.
All right. But yeah, it's
If you want to play Uno, I'm down.
dude. Let's get Uno on Steam.
No, that's not the same.
That's real Uno.
That's not the same.
All right.
That's not the same.
Okay.
The cards don't fucking shoot in your face.
Speed Uno.
No.
Oh, have you seen that one Uno where like
Yeah.
shoots cards at you out of the machine
Yeah.
or whatever? That thing looks sick.
That's like,
That's cool.
that's disrespectful.
It is.
I like it.
Yeah. But that's been my week. It's been card games and stuff.
Cool. That's it for a show. Don't be surprised if next week we talk about even more video games.
It's probably going to be more. Listen, Summer Games Fest is here.
Yeah.
All right.
Like we said, Nintendo's probably going to have something. Don't be surprised if Sony's like, well,
Mario Odyssey 2.
Yeah. Otherwise, summer's coming up. We have a current heat wave here.
It sucks.
Very hot.
I hate it.
It's brutal.
It is brutal.
So
And when Vince says it's brutal,
yeah,
it's bad.
it's bad. So wherever you guys are in the world, make sure to put on some sunscreen.
Or just don't go outside.
Some of us have to.
Stay inside.
Some of us have to leave the safety of our homes.
Terrible.
Or even, you could stay inside. Don't sit by a window.
True.
Because I know a lot of you have your really, Pinterest level offices in front of a window.
Yeah, don't close the blinds.
Yeah, or like I said, put on some sunscreen.
Work in total darkness.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I'm not saying that. Anyways, stay safe.
Stay in your basement.
Have a good summer.
Bye.